Clouds and hazy sunshine on Travel Wednesday with periods of rain arriving late at night. Good Tuesday night, East Tennessee. David Aldrich, Captain Accurate here from the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. Well, we hit 62 today, but many of us slept through it. It was at 12:41 in the morning. What were you doing 19 minutes before 1 a.m.? Well, McGee-Tyson Airport says it hit 62. I believe them. It was a tumbling temperature because we had a passage of a cold front. We did recover back to 57, so 57 technically was the daytime high. But before, shortly after midnight, I should say, we did reach 62 and 60 in Oak Ridge. A 62-degree high will be how it's remembered. 56, the normal high. We did start the morning at 50 at 8:24 this morning, and we picked up 0.17 of an inch this morning. High temperatures were in the 50s from Nashville to Memphis, while they hit 70 in Augusta, Georgia, and Columbia, South Carolina. Now, we do have some airport delays to show you, but it does not appear it's coming in to McGee-Tyson Airport. McGee-Tyson Airport looks great. 8:22 is certainly there could be some traffic, but airport delays are not present. This comes by way of our friends at the FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration. So Boston looks okay. A little bit of delays, maybe moderate delays for Newark International. So some that might be getting a cheaper flight into northern New Jersey rather than flying into JFK. You might have more delays. Philadelphia looks good. D.C. looks good. Maybe some minor delays there. Chicago also the same, but Cleveland and Pittsburgh have green circles. So we can say that most of folks who might be airbound travel look okay at this hour. But that could change tomorrow. We'll be watching that closely. The ultimate Doppler radar outside of some ground clutter in Scott County. Looks like it's dry all across the board. We're going to go from clear skies to mostly cloudy overnight. We will find a pretty quiet pattern tomorrow, although more clouds will be present. The ultimate Doppler radar presented by your local Marco's Pizza. They're in Hardin Valley, Farragut, and Maryville. Did I mention they deliver? Oh, they deliver too. In Fountain City, Halls, Oak Ridge, Middlebrook Pike, and Ebenezer Road. They give back to No Kid Hungry. They give back to East Tennessee Children's Hospital, a great community establishment that is Marco's. They give back quite a bit. Check out their magnificent pizza for less than $10, or you might like the Pizzoli for lunch for less than $6 for a limited time. My personal favorite is the pepperoni and sausage, and make sure you get the dipping sauce that you prefer. The radar is showing more snow showers north of Montreal, and certainly some snow in Colorado, particularly west of Denver, but all else looks pretty smooth for travelers that might be airbound tonight or even tomorrow, but there could be some slowdowns in spots on your Wednesday. We'll talk about that coming up. But as far as the radar, nothing to see tonight. We can anticipate some rain developing in places like southern Georgia. Look at the road conditions. This is future road conditions. Some wet roads in South Carolina, South Georgia, and into parts of northern Florida. And that expands as we head into the midday hours. I believe there's 8 a.m. Let's go to the midday hours. 9 o'clock. Okay, there's 10, 11. Okay, now I'm beginning to see some rain in St. Louis. So if you have family coming in there, the rain's beginning to build up, and it's going to be in here tomorrow evening. So there's 5 o'clock. It looks like it's already in southeast Kentucky, a little patch of green, so that would suggest it's raining in many parts of West Tennessee during the 5 o'clock drive tomorrow afternoon. But, of course, people are getting on the road whenever they can, either today, tonight, tomorrow, you name it. Future rainfall wants to highlight the rain that moves in, maybe not at 5 p.m. Let's stop that there, 5 p.m. No rain yet. But once you get to about, say, 10, starting to rain in Jamestown. Let's take it to about 1 a.m., 1:15. Yeah, now it's raining lightly in many areas, but now the trend is for maybe a quarter to a half inch. That's 7 o'clock. That's when the bird is probably already in the oven. 7 a.m., it's smelling good in the kitchen. And by, say, 5 o'clock, our bellies may be filled. Your belly and mine may be filled with all the dressing, all the mashed potatoes, gravy, and the turkey that you could take. But about a half inch is projected there in Sevierville. Most of us could pick up a quarter or half inch. So it's been trending less. I still think a half inch is certainly on the table. I wouldn't rule that out just yet. Headlines, hazy sun and clouds for tomorrow. Clouds and hazy sun. Periods of rain Wednesday night. We've covered that. And then the showers that we get Thursday should be confined in the morning hours. That means good news for the second half of Thursday, whether you're laying back on the couch, loosening the belt buckle because you're digesting that big meal. That's cool. But just know it won't be necessarily raining outside. You have time to take the dog for a walk. Maybe you want to walk after the big meal as showers will be tapering off. A lot of eyes will be focused on Saturday's game. It's an early game, like noon Eastern. Can you imagine it's at 11 a.m. Central? I mean, when can they tailgate? 4 in the morning? I guess they start early in Vanderbilt. But anyway, they have beaten quite a few good teams. They've just not been all that hot lately, maybe. They beat Alabama. I'm talking about Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt, I believe, beat Kentucky and Auburn. So even though they're 6-5, this game matters, man. I mean, it matters. It's a rivalry. It matters anyway. But this game is kicking off at noon. I expect a chilly one. Grab the jacket. Think the layers, upper 30s, mid to upper 30s, 37 for kickoff. Halftime 39, and the fourth quarter, with partly to mostly cloudy skies, should be in the low 40s. And they'll struggle to get there. But if you're going to First Bank Stadium, make sure you have a good jacket because you'll want to stay warm. Speaking of chill, look at these temperatures as of 8 o'clock on a Tuesday night. Do my eyes deceive me? Do I see like 25 in Minneapolis? You do. But if you're not looking beyond that, just la, 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 just cover up Bismarck. Bismarck is 17, and where it's purple, north of Bismarck, they're in the single digits. That is a cold air mass at 7:27 Central. Certainly cold for the northern plains. And it's going to get colder. Some of that chill, a chunk of that is headed our way, which means we could be around 19, 20 by Monday morning. Wouldn't surprise me. So 20 degrees, that's like way below normal. Yeah, normal low would be in the 30s. So it's going to be exceptionally cold on the East Coast, east of the Mississippi. But if you're west of the Mississippi River, there's going to be warming up nicely in Las Vegas and Los Angeles at the same exact time. Now, there is going to be some severe weather to track. The dark green is isolated severe storms. So if you're traveling tomorrow to, say, Birmingham or Huntsville, and suddenly thunderstorms develop through Wednesday night, be prepared for some thunder and maybe some small hail and winds. That's a possibility. Here, we could get some thunder, but that doesn't arrive until very late Wednesday night. This outlook carries us to about 7 a.m. the next morning, which is Thanksgiving. So there's the risk for some thunder, but of the general variety here. The dark green for Thanksgiving Day does encompass Atlanta. And I know some of you might have family in Atlanta or Charlotte or Birmingham, even Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Jacksonville. All those areas could have severe weather, isolated as it may be on Thanksgiving Day itself, as we'll say goodbye to the showers, I think, in the morning. Now, the Futurecast shows the high buckling and moving away. That's tonight. That's why clouds roll in first thing in the wee hours of the morning, say after midnight or so. But then there's some rain in Louisville first thing in the morning. There's a weird moving warm front. It's kind of snaking along the western part of the state in West Tennessee, Middle Tennessee. And then the rain really starts to ramp up tomorrow evening. So this represents 11:45, almost a Turkey Day. And here comes the front. There's the morning. And I think it's going to move out of here fast enough that most of it's going to be gone. Most will be gone in the morning hours, and then the rest of the afternoon should be fine. Maybe a lingering shower for the Smokies that probably cannot be ruled out as well. But a few stray snowflakes may be found on Friday. Nothing to write home about. And certainly more snow developing, it looks like, in St. Louis by Saturday morning. Visibility may be reduced in spots tomorrow, so we've got patches of frost, patches of fog, and our low temperatures tonight may very well occur between 2 or 3 in the morning. Because the clouds increase, our temperatures actually may rise a wee bit. I have our low tonight down to 35 degrees. So there it is, 35, clear, at least now, mostly. And then mostly cloudy overnight. We got some frost, we got some fog, we got, you name it. Winds are going to be light and variable. Tonight we're down to 31 in Crossville, Fairfield, Glade, and Oneida, Scott County. Expect a low of 33 Morristown, Talbot, Jefferson City, and Dandridge, 35 for Maryville, Alcoa. And Wednesday, yeah, I think we got a good shot at 60. And that's not a down arrow, my friend. That's like at the end of the day, 3, 4 o'clock, I think we'll get at 60. We were at 57 at 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock today. Why not? We'll get to 60. I think 60 is achievable tomorrow. Some of you might get to 61, like Maryville, like Sevierville, or even 62. The thought of that for Athens and Newport, the scandal of reaching 65 in Athens or Tellico Plains, it's possible. I mean, given the fact that the normal high is about 56, we'll take an above average day because those days are running out. We're running out of time, and you can see why. Take a look at the Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast. I got a 100% chance of rain tomorrow night. So what you're saying is it's going to rain. I do believe, yes. And I think the rain will taper. By the time we get to about 10 a.m., most of us will see it depart from west to east. And I have to throw in, for Black Friday shoppers, a colder day. Some stray mountain flakes. Otherwise, early clouds to sunshine, 47. That's a colder outlook, and even colder on Saturday, which is why you definitely want layers if you're headed to, say, First Bank Stadium there in Nashville for the ball game against Vanderbilt. And then I have some snow showers. Don't get too excited. I've been updating my premium members on the amounts there. But Sunday, stray flakes and very cold sunshine Monday. Monday looks like the coldest day because you start at 20, maybe 19 for those outside of Knox County, and finish the day in the mid to upper 30s. Oh my, That looks like the dead of winter, and it's barely, he says, early December. But it's coming. It's coming to a neighborhood near you. By the way, if you want to keep track of all this, now providing you a 10-day forecast. Who does that? We do. It's on the app, and it's free, and it has Pete Michaels traffic. So you not only get yours truly's weather, you get Pete Michaels traffic. This gentleman has been flying around in a plane since the 1970s, y'all. You got to give him props. He knows his town better than anybody from the air, and he can give you updates on traffic. And his team work feverishly all the time, and his information is also on the app. Just search the 2 words Captain Accurate, and you'll find it magically at the App Store and Google Play. Well, my name is David Aldrich. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate. So weather doesn't surprise you. Happy Thanksgiving if I don't see you until then. But I'll be here tomorrow morning updating you. We'll see you here soon. Take care.